The broken tail 4 takes the nod in this class of Holstein 2-year-old cows, followed by the white 1, 3, and lastly 2. Starting off with my top placing today, a 4/1. 4 is an overall more complete and balanced individual. She excelled in her mammary system, being the most youthful individual, carrying her udder higher above the hock. She excelled in height and width to her rear attachment, as well displayed a tighter, more clearly defined median versus posterior ligament. 4 excelled in volume and capacity to her mammary system when viewed from the rear, and carries this quality into her barrel, as she displayed more width throughout. In addition, she also displayed more spring and openness throughout her fore and rear rib when viewed from the side, and was a harder and straighter topped individual. I must grant 1 to have a definite advantage in her rump structure, noting that 4 was noticeably high in her pin setting. Moving into my intermediate placing of 1/3. 1 excels in size, stretch, and scale, being taller at the point of withers, fuller in her crops, and longer from the tip of her nose to the tip of her tail. She carries this advantage of capacity into her barrel, being deeper from harker to barrel and barrel to flank, and carries this width into her front end, as she was stronger throughout her hark girth. I must grant 3 to have an advantage in being tighter throughout her rear udder attachment when compared to 1. And finally, moving into my last placing today, a 3/2. 3 is an overall more balanced individual. She excelled throughout her rib cage, as she displayed more sweep and openness throughout her fore and rear rib, as it pointed more directly to her mammary system. In addition, she also displayed a more clearly defined udder seam and was most desirable in her teat size, shape, and placement, in addition to being an overall more correct individual when compared to 2, to whom I must grant was a fancy and stylish individual, however must still be placed at the bottom of the class today. 2 was the most compact individual of the class. She was narrow throughout her mammary system, as well as throughout her rump structure, and was the most slopey throughout her pin setting, and for this cannot merit a higher placing. For these reasons, I place this class of Holstein 2-year-old cows 4/1, 3/2.